Hi, Sandra here from Create in Spain, and today I'm going to show you a nice neat trick on how to make scalloped edges the easy way, ones that are quite nicely variable and a basic style that you can start with and then you can adapt to your own purposes. Okay, we're going to start off with a simple oblong. I've made this quite big simply so you can see it. It wouldn't necessarily be this size if you were trying to do it normally. Okay, what have I got? I've got a width here of 4.5 roughly. Okay, I'm going to go into my size window, my scale window. I'm going to uncheck the uncheck the lock aspect. God, that's difficult to say. And I'm just going to change the width of it to 4.5. And that's been changed. Okay. Now I'm going to draw a circle. And if you notice, I've deliberately not drawn it completely round, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Again, an easy way. If I put in 4.5 here and put in 4.5 here, it becomes a perfect circle because the dimensions are correct. Now, for my purpose, what I want to do is to put this about there. I want to centre up that bit, so it's halfway across. Now I will check my alignment. I know it's slightly out, so I'll go to my alignment tool and I will just align the top, because I know if I got the top right, the bottom's going to be right. It doesn't make any difference. And that's aligned it. So select all of it and go to World, and I end up with rounded shape. Fine. I'm going to create another circle now. I'm not bothered if this is accurately circular or not. I really don't worry about it. I'm going to put a colour in here just so you can see it. Makes it easier. I'm going to go to the knife tool now. Make sure it's on straight and it's on solid shape and it's on auto apply. And I'm just going to, for the purpose of this exercise, make a cross over my circle. I'm going to take some pieces away from here and I'm going to pick one to use. I think I'll pick that one to start with, and I'm just going to grab the rotate handle and put it in the direction I want to put it in. Okay, so I want it there. And I'm going to duplicate this. Just going to right click and duplicate. Whoops. I grabbed a shape handle and I didn't need to. Right, okay. Now I'm going to flip this around. So go to my replicate and mirror left. There we go, do that. And I'm also going to make it a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to grab the handles, make it smaller. Going to put this up here. And then I'm going to mirror below to put another one below it. And I'm just going to use my keys to move this because it's a bit easier to move with keys. Let's have a look. Is that roughly right? No, I've moved that too far down. Move it up a bit. Okay, that will do. Then I'm going to take this one again and I'm going to mirror it to the left. And without altering the size, I'm going to put this one in. Now, I know I have these badly aligned. So one tip for doing that is just to pull down a guideline. Get your guideline in the place where you want it to be. Hang on to your object and click it, and if you've got click to guide selected, it will actually centre it on the guide. If not, just use your arrow buttons to pull it up or down. Move my guide out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put these to one side. I don't need them. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is select all these shapes and I'm going to group them because at the moment I want to protect them. Now, this I'm going to pull down very slightly, only a little bit, like that. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. It will become apparent in a moment. Going to get another rectangle shape, and I'm going to go almost down to the bottom of this, but not quite. Line it up with the bottom edge. And that edge there. Okay, now I'm going to select that, and I'm going to select that shape there, and I'm going to make sure they're lined up to the left. Align left. There we go. To make sure that line is where it should be. Now I don't think that's quite done it. Hold on, let's try that again. Maybe I didn't have it. Oops, that's probably why. And come on, it's not selecting both for some reason. Oh, phooey. Okay, another way around it. Pull that out of the way. Select that. I revert to that. If I'm having difficulty selecting things, I revert to that. Align left. So that left edge is now lined up. Right, that's where it should be. Now, as it happens, I needed to do that at some point anyway. So I'm going to take all that, go down to the weld tool and weld it together. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to move it straight back where it was originally. And there is a key that you can press to do it slightly faster, and I can never remember which one it is. No, I'm not sure that's moving much faster. Well, maybe it is. I've got my Alt key pressed down at the same time. Okay, that's pretty much where I had it. Now I'm going to make this into a compound path, and the colours will disappear as they always do when you do that. So that is the first bit. Now the clever bit is that if you take this and if you go back to your duplicate below, you have your second bit, if you like. Press your arrow keys until you get, mine's not selected properly. Press your arrow keys and move it up until you get to the bit where they should join, which is just there. Okay, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to duplicate it because I want a copy of this kept for my files. There we go. So that's safe. I can do exactly what I like with this now. Select them both and weld. And you can keep on doing that to your heart's content and you will end up with a really pretty border. The reason I tend to try and do it this way is because I can alter the size of that infinitely and make this a suitable border for a big object, a small object, or something in between. If you have a border already, for example, like this one is now a completed border, maybe I want it 16 centimetres long. If I then drag this to 16 centimetres, it's going to distort the image. Whereas this way, I get exactly the type of image that I wanted for my border, and I just multiply it. And having this little rim, this little pokey out bit here, means that my borders don't get distorted. My actual shape doesn't get distorted. That just goes to an overlap. And that's a nice, easy way of doing it. You can then take this particular border, you can take the shapes out, you can put in whatever shapes you like. You can do this with a rounded scallop, you can do it with zigzags, you can do it with castle, that's it, castle crenellations. You can do it whatever you like, but if you do your pretty borders one piece at a time, you'll find them nice and easy to use. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that brief tutorial. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.